Well, Hawks lose again, and Colliton, this is on you. Scratching Henry Joki Haru for Brandon Pylon Manning. What is that decision going through your head? Why would you scratch our best defenseman probably this season for someone who turns the puck over and sits back and doesn't defend? This loss is on you, in my opinion. Starting off the game, we sucked. We absolutely sucked. Colliton, I don't know what you were coaching. You weren't coaching at all. Playing and benching Joki Haru for Brandon Manning, that clearly worked. What kind of joke is that? Brandon Manning isn't a defenseman we need in the lineup. I know we play tomorrow. I understand giving Joki Haru a day rest, but seriously? Brandon Manning over Joki Haru. We were playing the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you scratched probably our best defenseman all season for Brandon Manning. It was just a flippin' joke. When I saw the press conference before the game of Colliton announcing Joki Haru will be scratched for Brandon Manning, that made me ticked off. I never thought we would scratch Joki Haru this season for a freaking Brandon Manning. Manning is the player you scratch, not Joki Haru. Put Joki back with Duncan Keith on the blue line and his production will get better. Splitting them up made him go on a schneid. Everyone knows that. He's been learning from Duncan Keith. And you can see how he's learned from Duncan Keith. Keith's helped Joki. Joki being a 19-year-old blue liner, learning from probably the best defenseman in his generation in Duncan Keith. Why would you do that? It's a literal joke. So let's get into the stats of the game. Why not? I will keep ranting about this decision of benching Joki for frickin' Manning if I wanted to make it like 30 minutes. I was doing that for my live stream today, if you saw that. Okay, well, the Hawks lost 4-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't know how the hell we made it a 2-goal game. We absolutely sucked the first 2 periods and a half, in my opinion. I'm sorry, we did. Hawks ended up finishing the game with more shots than Tampa, but I feel bad for Corey Crawford. He played on his head yet again, and the blue line, because of Colliton, lets Crow down again. I won't be surprised we'll see Cam Morgan net tomorrow because we're playing the Florida Panthers and it's a back-to-back. Crow starting against Tampa means probably Cam Ward's in net tomorrow, even though I would have rather had Crow in net tomorrow than Ward, but that's probably what's going to happen. And if Joki Haru's out of the lineup again, I'm going to lose it. So the Hawks ended up with 32 shots to Tampa Bay's 29. The Hawks outshot the Lightning 14-4 in the third period. They outshot the Lightning 7-6 in the second period, and in the first period, Tampa outshot the Hawks 19-11. There were a total of 6 goals in this game, and 5 of them came in the first period. So, let's get to the first goal. 29 seconds into the game, Tyler Johnson scores to make it 1-0 Lightning. And the assist went to Kucherov and Kernick. Kurnik, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I honestly don't know if that's right or not, but whatever, I could be mistaken. But Tyler Johnson scores his first goal of the game, making it his 8th goal of the season. And that wasn't it. He scored his second goal of the game, and it was the second goal of the game for the actual game. At 7:15 in the first period, Johnson scores his 9th goal of the season, second of the game, and Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov with the assist. And that was all on the defense for turning the puck over again. They did it so many times, it literally made a joke out of it, I thought, because the defense turned the puck over way too many times this game in the first period, to be exact, because that's where all the scoring came in the first period by the Lightning. They turned it over, leads to a goal. And that turnover came by Duncan Keith. So the Hawks were down 2-0 7 minutes into the game, all by Tyler Johnson. Then at 10:05 in the first period, Braden Point scores his 15th goal of the season, and the assists went to Kucherov and Kurnik. God, I can't pronounce that guy's name. So Kucherov had a 3-point night tonight, and Braden Point getting his 15th goal of the season. I believe that's the NHL leader in goals, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. Leave a comment down below if I am wrong on that, but I honestly think that might be correct. So, at 11:10 in the first period, Artem Anisimov scores by a great pass from Alex DeBrincat to make it a 2-goal game. Anisimov was right on the doorstep and got it on his backhand, lifted the puck over Domingue and scores. And the assist went to DeBrincat and Schmaltzy. Schmaltz actually got a point, but he still wasn't that noticeable tonight again. I'm surprised he hasn't been scratched for Brandon Manning, in my opinion. So at 14:52 in the first period, Ryan Callahan scores and the assist by McDonough. He undressed Gusterson and got it past Corey Crawford, making it a 4-1 game. After that, no scores came in the first period. So Hawks were down by 3 at the end of 1. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm kind of flustered. So in the second period, only 1 goal was scored, and that was the last goal of the game, scored by Jonathan Toews at 18:49 in the second period, and the assist went to Duncan Keith. Toews won the faceoff, went down to Keith. Keith shot the puck off, got off Domingue's pads, and Toews was right on the doorstep and scores the goal. Toews is on a 6-game point streak, and I believe 3 goals in that point streak, so he's doing solid in the past few games. That's his 11th goal of the season. Good for Taser. So after that, no goals were scored. Hawks had a total of 2 power plays. They had a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. That led to our second power play. And the Lightning had 3 power plays. None of the Lightning's power plays led to a goal, thank God, because we suck at the PK. And Tampa Bay is 5th in the NHL on the power play. If we would have scored on those power plays, I think the Hawks would have come out with at least a point. But that didn't happen, And now we go to Florida tomorrow to play the Panthers. I think, well, we're still in Florida. We're in Tampa Bay, but we're going to Miami, basically. Well, Sunrise, Florida. It's close enough to, it's closer to Miami area, if you don't know where that is. Giving you guys the reference. But with us losing to Tampa, we're on a 2-game losing streak, and I'm blaming this loss on Colliton, in my opinion. You should not lose, bench your best, probably your best defenseman of the season for your worst defenseman. That loss is well deserved to Colliton, even though the Hawks looked to actually potentially make a comeback in the game, but never happened. So the Hawks lost 4-2 to Tampa Bay, and we play the Florida Panthers tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, I want to say. Sorry, I don't know why my phone's going off on a glitch, if you heard that. But honestly, it's a freaking joke. Hawks need to... Yeah, the Hawks... Sorry about that, my camera fell off the tripod. Yeah, the Hawks need to find a way to win. I'm not editing that out. I caught the camera enough, even though it fell off. I'm sorry. So, honestly, the camera basically showed what happened. It was frustrating with how the camera falls. Was called the frustrating moment of the game. So, you can't blame Crow. He had a solid game again. The defense just let him down. And Colliton, for putting that defense out there, basically let down Crow, in my opinion. I feel bad for Crow, honestly. Our defense is what's killing him on the stats. He's played solid in net all season, but our defense is basically screwing him. So, thanks for watching the broadcast. I know you did not enjoy the outcome. Hopefully we can get a win tomorrow, even though I don't know with this team right now. And most of all, let's go Hawks. And God, this is a flippin' joke right now. Colliton should never have benched Joki.